I got this question recently on Instagram which kind of sparked the idea of this video. The girl, she says she knows all the necessary requirements to become a cabin crew, but she is just not sure about it, as she has heard that cabin crew clean all the dirty stuff and collect the garbage in the plane. And she said, is it like that? I mean, might be some people vomit and you have to clean all that too. So that was a question, and well, that is what I'm going to talk about today. So Shin Street talked about cleaning bathrooms and vomit. Let me get to that first. Now, yes, of course, cleaning is a part which everyone might not be willing to do when they want to get a job, you know. So now, you know guys, the aircraft is my office, okay? That is the office that I work in at 35,000 feet every day. Okay, now at 35,000 feet, you can't tell someone to come in and clean it, right? You can't have extra people on the flight like that just to clean the aircraft, and then the only time that you can clean it is when you land or before you take off, right? But things happen in between. Now, the longest flight in India is 3 hours, but what, you know, in 3 hours also, what if you just took off and someone vomited or, you know, disturb the lavatory cleanliness? You can't just keep the washroom locked for the entire flight, right? There are just 3 washrooms in my aircraft, our aircrafts, which is an Airbus A320. And if one of it is logged, there'll be a huge line of 180 passengers in the other 2 washrooms, and we can't let that happen for security reasons, of course. So now for that reasons, you might have to clean the washroom once in a while. In fact, one day in the training, they, you know, tell you to clean the washrooms of your training office. That's what happened with us. We didn't have to do it very in depth, but they just make us do it so that we're just, you know, we get used to it and we're open to it. And if we have to do some we do it there and then and not in the flight, because that would be a little problematic. Now, as I said that it's our office, you know, you just, you know, if you guys go to school or wherever you work, don't you feel a connection with it, and don't you feel like it's your own and you keep it nice and clean? I mean, I hope you do, you should, right? And so if someone dirties it, we have to clean it, guys. There's no other way. But of course, now if it's a vomit, guys, you don't have to clean it. Trust me, I have not cleaned a vomit ever since. It has been 2 years, about to be 2 years of me flying, and I haven't cleaned a vomit or any horrific scene till now. Now see, about vomit, it totally depends on your senior and the rest of the crew, and trust me guys, everyone is human. They won't make you clean vomit. The most that I've done is that one person vomited, as I said, just as we took off. So all we did was just, I wore gloves, kept an extra seat cover on it so that people can't see it, sprayed some fragrance spray so people don't smell it, and that's all. When we landed, the cleaner came and cleaned it, okay? So that's what you're supposed to do. About the washrooms, yes, you will have to clean it. So if you're someone who is grossed out very easily, I won't say that you, like, I don't really get grossed out very easily, and after doing this job, I've seen so much, I really don't get grossed out anymore. So, garbage, of course you have to do it. What, the passengers will, think of you as a passenger, will you just sit there with all your garbage? No, if it's a long flight, you need to take all the garbage. What if there's an emergency and the garbage will be an obstruction? So you need to do it. You have to actually clean it in the aircraft itself. So it's not too much. I mean, unless you're a very high maintenance person or you get grossed out very easily, then that's different. But for me, it wasn't, and I'm okay with it. It's my aircraft. I need to keep it clean. The next horror is handling attitude from passengers and from crew. Of course, if it's your senior, there might be some attitude, but it doesn't matter if it's your senior. Actually, anyone can show attitude. And passengers, oh my gosh, customer service is the worst industry to work for. As they say, people say that, and I completely agree with it. Passengers, when people become customers, they just become the worst, and it's really difficult. Now, I have kind of learned my ways, and I can actually talk back to a passenger in a comical way without that person being offended, and I can, you know, send my message onwards and still not get in trouble. So that feels really good. Sorry and thank you are the words which need to be on the tip of your tongue, and you need to just say it like that. So if you have ego problems, do not go for this industry. It is not for you. You know, you get sick and you feel like, oh, I can't do anything today. That's not in flying, okay? If you have any problem and you go at your base and say, I need to take an off because I have this, there can be times when they don't give you an off because they have requirements. You know, this is an airline, you know, this is an industry where requirement overrules everything. So if there is any problem going on, if there's a requirement, they need you because they need to take flights off, right? And they need specific number of crew on every flight, and They just have a certain number of employees, so they can ask you to come even on your off. But that's just a worst case scenario, and it was a really bad week for me, but I still had to fly because, I mean, why report sick? You know, they'll have so much problem arranging different crew. A different crew would be pulled out from her reserve. I don't want that to happen, you know, because I feel bad when that happens to me. And then, you know, you feel like, okay, I have an off day after tomorrow. I have an off tomorrow. It's okay, I'll pull for one more day. You know, in our brains, we are trained that weekends mean off, Saturday, Sunday means holiday. That's not the case with this. So in the beginning, you might have a problem adjusting to it. I did. And of course, when, you know, there might be some event in your house, you need to meet someone is free and you can't make a plan because your offs don't match, because your offs are never on a specific day. So that can be a problem. Like for me, I have missed actually every YouTube event that I could go to and meet other big YouTubers or just other YouTubers, get my channel forward, but I couldn't go because of my job. But then, you know what, you really need to set your priorities straight. When I got pulled out at the last minute, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it. And then she was like, baby, you know what? You're a cabin crew and it's in your job to be here today, there tomorrow. So till what time will you complain? How long will you complain for? And how many times will you report sick or not do the flight, right? It's your job. That's what you took upon. So you have to own up to it. And I was like, she is so right. And my world changed after that. I just started accepting the things and be mature. I hope none of you got discouraged because of it, but you know what? This is reality, and if you are planning to get into this industry, you need to be friends with this reality as well, so that you don't get surprised later on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful for you. Make sure to thumbs it up and subscribe for more videos like this. Bye-bye!